The next call is a split call. Marama Fox, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The Honourable Dame Tariana Turia, in 6 years as Associate Minister of Health, made remarkable contributions to reducing smoking in New Zealand. She introduced not less than 4 pieces of legislation, including the annual increases to tobacco excise rates that began in 2010 and will now run to 2020. She was also responsible for banning of retail displays of tobacco products, reduced duty-free allowances and introduced the plain packaging bill into Parliament. As a result, adult smoking rates fell from 21% in 2006 to a record low of 15% in 2013. Her tireless and relentless focus in the face of constant criticism and challenge is testament to her leadership. There is no doubt that she achieved more in terms of reducing the smoking burden carried by the Māori than any other politician ever. Some 15% of adult New Zealanders, or 550,000 people, smoke daily. This is a record low, but it doesn't tell the whole story. You see, Mr Speaker, the problem is the smoking rates are still 35% for Māori and 22.4% for Pacifica peoples. That's hundreds of our whānau dying needlessly every year, so we must carry on and do more. We can all bemoan the increases to cigarette prices, but the greatest price we all pay is seeing too many of our whānau go to their graves early through the harmful effects of smoking. In fact, Mr Speaker, I cannot remember a time where I have been to a funeral of one of our old people or young people that was from natural causes. I cannot remember in 27 years of going to, because that's how old I am, of going to funerals of my whānau over and over and over again. Not once can I remember someone dying of natural causes. The majority of them died from smoking-related illnesses. And the rest of those who smoke, half of them will die. Half of all people smoking will die from smoking-related illnesses, and the rest will be sick. We must do something to halt the decline, because this is about whakapapa. This is about retaining our whakapapa for our future, for our tamariki mokapuna. We are losing our people far too early. Māori rates of death, or the disparity for Māori, is 8 to 10 years. 8 to 10 years they die, earlier than non-Māori. My entire in-laws family died before the age of 70. Half of them before the age of 60. It is not good enough. Most of them all from smoking-related illnesses. We must look after ourselves and each other. We must do all we can to support whānau to thrive. And having our urupa overflowing with whānau who died from smoking-related illnesses is wrong. And this is not about having a crack at the smokers. The Māori's Party kaupapa is manaakitanga, and it extends to smokers too. Tariana's focus was as much about having compassion for smokers as it was about preventing the rangatahi from starting to smoke. Mr Speaker, we have no option but to carry on the legacy. It is a legacy piece of legislation, 4 pieces of legislation. I look forward to the day that we put the nail into the plain packaging legislation and get that back in the House and see it through. I commend this bill to the House. It's a start, but we must do more.